Alright, let's continue discussing income taxation. So, nandito pa rin tayo sa topic na kinds of income taxpayer or ano-ano yung mga classification of income taxpayer, diba? Tapos na tayo sa individual taxpayer, tapos na tayo sa corporate taxpayer. Ngayon, pumunta naman tayo sa estate and trust, no? Unahin na muna natin yung estate. Pag sinabi mong estate, ito ay ang mga pera or properties, yung mga rights, and then yung mga obligations that is not extinguished by death. And also, those which have accrued thereto since the opening of the succession. Okay? Si Lola, merong pera, merong bahay, merong lupa, merong mga obligations or utang, pero pagkamatay niya, hindi niya madadala sa libingan yung kanyang mga ari-arian, no? So these are not extinguished by death. Okay? So yan yung sinasabi nating estate, no? Yan yung meaning ng estates. Property, rights, and obligation of a person, and also those that have accrued thereto since the opening of the succession. Meaning ng succession, from the moment na namatay yung decedent up to the time na masettle na yung mga tax consequences nila, di ba? So rules on estate tax, pag under judicial settlement, the estate itself is taxable. Okay? Tandaan nyo yan ha. Under the judicial settlement, taxable ang estate. Okay? Yung ari-arian mismo, yung taxable. Okay? While if these are not under judicial settlement, you will consider, or the BIR will consider them as co-ownership, and yung itatax natin is the individuals or the heirs or the beneficiaries of the estate, no? Hindi yung estate mismo, hindi yung ari-arian mismo yung itatax kapag not under judicial settlement, or tinatawag din nating extra-judicial settlement. Okay? Pero kung judicial, tataksan mo yung estate mismo ha. Estate mismo yung taxable or yung subject to tax. Okay? Let's have an illustrative case. Okay? Example, si kamatayan died leaving properties and obligations. Siyempre, namatay siya. Naiwan yung mga properties tsaka yung obligation. His will provided for the distribution of his estate among his heirs. No? Special proceedings were instituted in court for the probate of the will, and an administrator was appointed by the court and now discharges his duties. The properties in the estate earns income. Okay? Namatay si kamatayan, naiwan yung mga ari-arian, and then, buti na lang meron siyang will, and sabi ng will, i-distribute yung estate among his heirs, no? So, the mass of the properties and obligations shall constitute what is called the estate. Yun na yung estate, yung properties and obligations. Okay? Sige. The estate is now called estate under administration. Bakit? Kasi merong administration na inappoint ang court, and ngayon ginagawa na niya yung duties niya on how to distribute and how to settle tax consequences related to his death, no? Kahit patay ka na, tataksan ka pa rin ni BIR. Okay? So sabi dito, by the court or instituted in court, meaning under judicial settlement yung case natin dito. Pag under judicial settlement, yung properties and obligations is taxable in itself, no? Ang ari-arian mismo yung taxable, not his heirs or his beneficiaries. Okay? Pag under judicial settlement. Okay? Do not be confused with estate taxation and income taxation on estate. Kasi dito sa case na to or any other case related to income taxation on estate, yung tinataksan lang dito is yung income ng corpus or principal, no? Yung income lang ng properties, yung income lang ng ari-arian, yung subject to income taxation on estate, no? Pag sinabi mong estate taxation, it is more on the properties and obligation, distribution, and settlement, okay? Pag sinabi mong estate taxation, yung pagdidistribute na ng heirs ng mga properties, okay? Pero pag may income incidental to the death of the decedent, it will be subjected naman to income taxation on estate. Okay? Sige. Now, let's go to trust. Okay? Ano naman yung trust, no? Ang trust kung sa Tagalog ay pagtitiwala. Okay? Or tiwala. Okay? Pag may tiwala ka sa isang tao, you gain a trust on him. Okay? Pag pinagkakatiwalaan mo yung isang tao, may tiwala ka or may trust ka na doon sa tao, and kahit anong ibigay mo or ipagkatiwala mo is you have that confidence na ma-preserve niya or maaalagaan niya yung property. Okay, same din sa trust. It is an arrangement created by will or an arrangement under the title to property is passed to another for conservation or investment with the income and ultimately the corpus or principal to be distributed in accordance with the directions of the creator. Okay? May mga roles tayo or yung mga dapat nating tandaan na terms when discussing trust. Ano ito? Ito, una ay ang trustor. Si trustor ang nag-i-establish ng trust or gumagawa ng trust agreement. Okay? Or trust. It is an arrangement, di ba? Na itra-transfer niya yung title ng property. But subject to certain conditions na sinulat ni trustor or grantor. Okay? Next is the trustee or the fiduciary. Ano naman yung trustee or fiduciary? Ito ay isang person which in whom the confidence is reposed as regards to property for the benefit of another person. Kung sa Tagalog, pinagkakatiwala ang tao. Yun yung meaning ng trustee or fiduciary. Pinagkakatiwala ang tao ni trustor or ni grantor. Okay? Pag may tiwala siya doon, he will consider it as trustee or fiduciary. Meaning, siya yung tagapangalaga or taga-preserve ng property habang hindi pa na-fulfill ang certain conditions. Okay? And the last is the beneficiary. Okay? It is a person for whose benefit the trust have been created. Kung sa Tagalog, ito yung makaka-benefit or ito yung makakatanggap ng income and the property that is supposed to be distributed to him. Diba? Kasi siya yung beneficiary. Siya yung bibigyan ng property or income. Okay? Subject to the condition nga ni grantor or ni trustor. Okay? Sige. Let's have an illustrative case dito sa trust na topic. Okay? For example, si Lolo Buds transferred an income-producing property to Asian QT. Okay? In trust, under the terms of the transfer, Asian QT should accumulate the income for the benefit of Bimbi until the latter reaches the age of majority. Ano yung age of majority? 18 years old sa batas natin, di ba? So, si Lolo Buds daw, transfer niya yung property kay Asian QT para i-accumulate yung income na yon ng income producing property or ng property at i-accumulate yung income for the benefit of Bimbi. So, bibigyan ng income si Bimbi until the latter reaches the age of majority. So, the property and income shall be turned over to Bimbi when he reaches the age of majority. Yung property and income, iti-turn over na kay Bimbi kung maging 18 years old na siya. No? So, sino-sino yung mga characters dito? Sino yung tatawagin nating grantor? Sino yung tatawagin nating fiduciary? And sino yung beneficiary sa case na to? Okay? Yung grantor ay si Lolo Buds. Tama. Si Lolo Buds ay considered na grantor or trustor ng income producing property in which he created a trust. Okay? Sino naman yung fiduciary? Yung fiduciary ay si Asian QT. Tama. Si Asian QT yung fiduciary or trustee. Kasi siya yung magpre-preserve at mangangalaga ng property hanggang hindi pa nag-18 years old or hindi pa nare-reach ni Bimbi yung age of majority. Okay? Sino naman yung beneficiary dito sa case na to? Tama, si Bimbi. Si Bimbi yung beneficiary kasi siya yung makakatanggap ng accumulated, meaning ng accumulated inipon na income for the benefit of Bimbi, which is the beneficiary. Kung mag-18 years old na siya or he will reach na the age of majority. Okay? The age of majority. So, tandaan nyo grantor, fiduciary, and beneficiary. Okay? Sige. Now, let's go to the rules on trust. Okay? Ano naman yung rules on trust? Revocable trust and then irrevocable trust. This is the kind of trust. Pag sinabi nating revocable trust, the title to the trust can be returned to the grantor anytime. Taxable dito yung trustor and not the trust itself or not the income producing property. Okay? Habang sa irrevocable trust naman, yung taxable dito is the trust itself. Okay? Kasi, sabi ng batas, may separate classification siya, isa siyang income taxpayer, therefore, bibigyan ko siya ng tax identification number to signify that it is a taxpayer. Yung income producing property mismo. Okay? Siya yung taxpayer. Kasi, bibigyan siya ni BAR ng separate na tax identification number. Okay? Pag magsasagot kayo, what will you assume? Revocable trust or irrevocable? It is safe to assume na problem is silent. Yung problem, walang binigay ng mga hint or given kung revocable or irrevocable. Your assumption is the trust is irrevocable. Okay? Irrevocable dapat yung trust. Okay? Kasi, ina-assume natin na tataksan siya ni BIR, yung trust mismo. Okay? Pero, if explicitly stated naman na revocable, merong revocability, or hindi ma-transfer yung property, yun yung ibig sabihin ng revocable. Therefore, taxable is the trustor, not the trust. Okay?